Hi, welcome to Vlogmas Day 9. Today is going to be another pretty quick video. I just wanted to have a quick little chat with you about my goals for 2026. I am a very goal-oriented person. I used to be more so, but I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. But we're going to work on that this upcoming year. Well, we're starting now with this whole Vlogmas thing because it's honestly kind of crazy that I've been uploading every day for, this will be the 9th day. I'm very proud of myself. That's kind of insane considering that I never upload at all. I have high standards for myself, so I want to follow through with my goal making and my hopefully goal achieving. So I did make a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 11 goals here. Some of them are kind of connected, so we'll see how much yapping I actually wind up doing. But I do have my little list of goals written down, and I just wanted to yap about them with you because I think accountability comes into play when I am speaking it into the universe and I'm putting it out onto the internet where other people can see it and check in on me and everything. I'm sorry, my glasses are filthy. I don't know if it's filthy or scratched, but we're just not going to wear them today because they're making it a little harder for me to see. But anyway, we're just going to go over the goals that I have for myself, and I think we'll do halfway through the year, we'll do a little check-in and see how I'm doing with my goals. Hopefully we achieve some of them early. I love achieving my goals early. It makes me feel good. And it also makes me feel a little bit like I should have made my goals harder. But you live and you learn, and there's only one way to get to figure that out, that balance out. And that is to just do it and see what happens. So my first goal is to start using both Goodreads and Fable. So Fable is going to help me with a couple of my other goals that I'm pretty sure are written down here, but Goodreads is very bare bones. It doesn't really meet all my expectations, but at the same time, it's the one that I always go back to. It's my gut instinct to go and update my Goodreads, and I have Fable on my phone. I just never stick to it. So I'm planning on wiping my Fable completely clean, syncing it with my Goodreads so that my shelves match up and everything, and then updating each every time I'm reading a book, finish a book, etc. Because I also want more in-depth stats, and I know Fable gives you that. And I like seeing all the charts. I'm a big chart girl. Like I was talking about yesterday, I'm a big spreadsheet girl, and I like charts and I like visuals. And I know Fable gives you that. And Goodreads is just like, you read your books this year. Great. I need a little more than that. I want a little more than that. And I think Fable also gives you suggestions. There's also margins and Bookly. There's a whole lot of book trackers, but I think Fable is the one that speaks to me most. If you have experience with the other ones or you have other suggestions for book apps that I should use, leave them in the comments. But I think we're just going to try Goodreads and Fable for now, because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to completely kick Goodreads, which is why they're still around, but everybody knows that they're like slacking to the point that I'm pretty sure years ago I sent a DM to Goodreads. If I did, I'll try to put it on the video somewhere. But I'm pretty sure I sent a DM to Goodreads and I was like, hey, here's my suggestions because this needs help. Who am I? Nobody cares. Clearly, because they didn't put any of my suggestions into practice. Anyway, my reading goal for next year is 200 books. This year, I believe it was 150, and I'm at 175 as of today, December 9th. I think it's doable, because I also have my slumpy phases, but I think I mentioned this in, I might have edited it out actually, but when I want to get, okay, slow down. I've decided that when I start to get into my slumpy phases, I'm going to go back to books that I've already read, my book trophies, if you will, because there are a lot of books that I read and I love, but they're not on KU, so I can't annotate them as I'm listening to them, or I just think about annotating them too late into the book. So I buy these books, and I think tomorrow's video is going to be my book trophies that I have bought recently and that I have to still buy. But I think when I'm slumping, I'm going to go back to one of those books, annotate it, fall in love again with the characters, the story, the author, the reading, and then I'll be able to continue instead of just not reading for X amount of days or weeks at a time. So 200 books is next year's goal. Number 3, this one is important to me. I want to read more with my eyeballs. I have read more with my eyeballs this year than I did last year. So baby steps. But I haven't decided if I want to put like a percentage to this or a number of books. But I do connect more with books when I read it with my eyes. I remember more, I connect more, I feel more, as if I need to feel more, as if I need help feeling more. But I do have that, like I want that connection and that investment, especially with romantasy books. I want to try reading a romantasy series with my eyeballs instead of my ears. But, so sorry to be disturbing your nap. But anyway, read more with your eyeballs. That's number 3. Number 4 kind of goes off of what I was just talking about. Collect more book trophies. Towards the end of this year, especially around Black Friday, I was just treating myself to books. I haven't started Christmas shopping yet, but I have been treating myself to books that I know that I read and loved. Let's see, I have the stack right in front of me actually. There's Spiral by Balcabra, Variation by Rebecca Yarros, Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt, Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks, Revolve by Balcabra. I think those are all my book trophies that I bought recently, but that's a decent amount because I bought all those in like a week or 2. So anyway, but I do want to, every book that I fall in love with and that really touches me, I do want to collect, because I want my shelf. I want to stop buying books that I don't know if I'm going to like, and I want eventually my library to be just books that are the epitome of why I love reading. That's the goal. So that actually, I was going to say if I want to lend somebody a book, I can be like, I loved all of these, so you could pick any one you want. I'm done lending out books. That's over. That sounds so rude, but I don't get them back. Like, I know books that I've lent out and then I'll probably never see again. And that makes me sad. Okay, that was number 4. Number 5. This is also important. This is important for you, for this channel. Write little summaries of each book and character names to refer back to. So what I've been doing for the past couple months is when I fall in love with a book, I fall in love hard. So I don't know if there's going to be anything that's a spoiler here. So if you have not read Direbound by Sable Sorensen, the first book in the series, try not to read this too closely. I'm going to hold it further away. But I do this spread. I have these book review pages that I think I got off of TikTok Shop. And I write quotes that I loved on this side. I put the character names in this box here. I give it my ratings, the dates that I read it, how I read it, and then there's a section for notes, tropes, and quotes. I think I just put more, well, for this one I put some notes to myself so I remember it for the next time I read it, or for the next book rather. I'm going to have to reread it anyway, because why not? That's another book trophy I want, Direbound. But I have these quotes, and I did it for Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks too. And that really helps me because I wouldn't know that their names are Lark Thompson and Callum Flannelly. I would have no idea. But it's here, so I do know. And I know that it's set in Ireland, and he's an undertaker, and she's an animator, and it's Grumpy Sunshine, and she's a widow, and he has to get married ASAP to keep the family business. Like, I know all of these things because I wrote them down. I couldn't tell you that off the top of my head. I just know that I like the book. And that he was like touch her and die kind of vibe. But anyway, I did it for Never Over by Claire Gilmore. That's another one that I loved and that I want as a book trophy. Don't look too close. But so anyway, where are my goals? I completely left that page like I wasn't in the middle of a video. Here we are. Okay, so I do want to do that so that when I talk to you about books and when I do my wrap up at the end of the month, every month, I will be able to be like, oh, this book was about Callum and Lark and they fell in love. But my thing with wrap ups is that I don't want to give away too much because I'm a girly that goes into books blind. I don't read the back of books. I don't want to know tropes and stuff. If I happen to stumble upon tropes on Instagram and I can see them and I like them and I want to read them, great. But I'm not going to seek them out. I don't read content warnings, trigger warnings, none of that. I want to go in as blind as possible. So I don't want to tell you, oh, this book is about Devin and Alyssa met in 7th grade and then they dated a little bit, but then they broke up and then they got back together and now they're getting married. Nobody wants to know. I don't want to know. You might. And if you do, I will direct you to the internet where there are synopses and spoilers, I'm sure, of everything. But that's not here. So I just want to be able to at least tell you the characters' names and a general, like a super vague gist. And that's about it. But I need the notes for myself because when I want to refer back to the book, I'm like, oh God, I don't know their names, but... And who wants to watch a video like that? If it's not a super popular series, like I'm looking at the Addicted Calorie series on my shelf right now, I know their names. Because everybody says them. Everybody talks about them. But I don't know the names of the couple in Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. And I love that book. I couldn't tell you their names for the life of me. So I think I want to keep continuing with these little slips. And also, these slips are perfect. Because I have glue tape. And I just glue tape them right on the page. Done. And this little book journal is, I'm not going to lie, kind of my life. And I'm excited to have it completely full and then start a new one and fill a new one. I don't know, it's so exciting to me because I only have that much left in this book. So I would say like I have ripped out pages. It looks like half, but it's less than that. It's not important in the grand scheme of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was number 5. Number 6. Okay. This one is also important for you and me, but mostly for you. I want to upgrade is the word I used, my filming and editing setup. So yesterday, for my 2026 releases video, I wanted to edit it in CapCut and see what the difference is because I've been editing in iMovie. And iMovie is very like bare bones, like minimum features and stuff, unless I just don't know how to use it and I just know how to use the bare bones. But iMovie leaves things to be desired, but it's free, so free is for me. But I want to do some research into other editing programs. I know everybody uses Final Cut Pro. I don't know if I care. I also know that's pretty expensive, I think, if I'm remembering right. But I have my light, I have the little microphones, I have my tripod, I have a whole bunch of stuff over here that's for vlogging, for filming, and I don't really utilize it. I have all these things, so I really want to give myself more time to have like a setup and everything and get better situated and be more prepared for videos instead of just kind of filming last minute and throwing it up, because you deserve better. And so does this channel, because I really want this to work out. And that's why I've been sticking with Vlogmas, because it's really hard and it's draining and I have a lot of stuff going on in my life personally. So the temptation to quit is there. I've been this close to quitting multiple times, but I'm trying to go about it with the mentality that I've spoken about before on this channel. But if I treat it like a job, maybe it'll be a job one day, which is the goal. Because I don't want to leave my babies once I have babies. I want to work from home, but I want to do something flexible and fun and that I'm passionate about. And this is that. Reading is that. So that's my goal. And that's my tangent. So I'll get off my soapbox now. But I do want to upgrade my filming and editing so that we can make this go further than it has gone so far. Next we have make enough money to buy a vlogging camera. Okay, this kind of ties into the last one. I did mention that a bunch of these are connected, but I look at all the vlogging cameras that all the big YouTubers use and, you know, the equipment that they use, and they're so expensive. I'm sorry. You're okay. Go ahead to sleep. At the end of the day, when something's $100 off, but it's $900, $800 is still a lot of money. So my goal is to monetize this channel, which is another bullet in and of itself. To monetize this channel, I want to get to the point where I monetize it enough that I can buy myself a vlogging camera with the money that I've made off of this channel. Kind of like what I put into it, I get out of it, kind of thing. That's a big goal of mine, and that's always kind of been my rule. I don't want to buy a vlogging camera with my money that I need for like bills and stuff, and then not vlog and kind of let myself down and not have the money that I need to pay my bills. So I think if I can make it through this, I can spend it on this, if you're following my thought process. Next we have weekly reading recaps on Sundays. I really like this idea. I don't know if I want this to be a YouTube series or if I want this to be on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, but I think I like the idea of I'm sure you've seen the trends that are like, on Monday I read X amount of pages in this book, and then I started this book on Monday night, and then on Tuesday I finished that book and I started a different book. I kind of want to do that or something similar where on Sunday I come on here or TikTok or whatever, and I come and I talk about, okay, this week I read these books and I recommend this book and this book and this book. I don't recommend this book. This is a gist of what they're about, but that's just an idea. It's a rough idea. It's in the works still, but I do like that idea. So we'll revisit it and see what we can do. Next, we have consistently write reviews and give a specific number rating to each book. Specifically talking about Goodreads, we are very limited in the ratings that we can give, and I know on Fable you can give like 0.5, 0.25, 0.75, like that's so exciting to me. And those are the kinds of ratings that I give. I don't really give anything more specific than quarter star ratings. So I think if I really utilize Fable and I put my ratings in there, that'll be better for me, because sometimes I'll rate a book 4 stars and it was like a 3.5 or a 3.75, and I didn't write it in the review, so I don't know. But I also have been way too generous with my ratings in the past, and I'm going to try to stop that. But at the same time, if I rate it something lower than a 3, I should have stopped reading it. So I don't know. But I also don't want to give anything a really low rating, because somebody did put hard work and probably money, a lot of money, into creating that book, writing that book. That's probably their pride and joy. So I don't want to crush people's spirits. But I don't know. So that's another fine line that I have to figure out how to walk. I do want to be able to tell you exactly how I felt about a book and the exact rating that I would give it, or that I gave it, without worrying about, you know, oh, I don't remember, I didn't write it down. And then the review aspect of it, I want to write reviews that remind me either what the book is about or what I did or didn't like about the book, so I know exactly why the rating is what it is. But again, that's for me and for you. These are all mutually beneficial goals. We already spoke about me wanting to monetize this channel, and the last but not least is that I want to treat myself to something small for my subscriber milestones. So I have here, because I'm very OCD, so like numbers are a big thing for me. So I don't like some numbers. Like I can't say, when I get to 137 subscribers, I need a treat. I'm not doing that. So for me, it's 250, 500, 750, and 1,000. I'm really hoping that we can get to 1,000 subscribers in 2026, because that's where the monetization happens, and that would help the other goals happen. And that would also be really exciting, because we are at 44 right now as of making this video, which even that is really exciting for me, because that's 44 people that want to watch me voluntarily. So anyway, that's it. Those are my goals for 2026. I'm really excited. I think this year is going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of big things happening in my personal life this year, or this upcoming year. And I just know that something that's always going to be there for me is my reading. So me personally, I really tend to hyperfixate on hobbies and little things that I like to try. But my friend calls them side quests, but reading has been one thing that has not left me and that I haven't left. So reading is always there. Something, you know, I might go through my phases of like, oh, I'm in a slump, whatever, but I always come back to reading. So reading is my constant, and I don't know, reading makes me really happy. And I know if you're watching this, you probably feel the same way, but I'm just looking at my bookshelf right now, and that's a lot of words. Anyway, like I was saying, reading is something that's always there for me, and that I know that I can always return back to, and it'll always feel like home. So I really want to invest the time and energy in my reading hobby this year that it deserves, because I really think that we can do something here. So I do have a lot of goals, but I'm really hoping that they're possible, and I think that if we work together, we can make them happen. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching Vlogmas Day 9, and I will see you tomorrow for Day 10.